not me forgetting to pick up a category. I fixed it. Hello. Binka! Oh my gosh. Okay, let's say hi to everyone. It's hi Hux, hi Saku, hi Owen, hi Binka, hi Kurodaya. Did I miss anyone? Hi Owen. I love the burger emoji. Hi Bite Height! Oh, thank you for the follow. No worries. Thank you, Bite Height and Binko Bear, for the follows. We're just gonna wait a little bit longer. Just a minute longer, I think. This is To the Sea by Yoko Shimomura from the game, one of my favorite games, if not my absolute favorite game in the whole world, Legend of Mana. Highly recommend. If you gotta play one Mana game and you're not sure which one, highly recommend Legend of Mana. Nicole, hello! I'm so happy you could make it. Welcome. Okay, I think we're just about ready to go here. I can't think of something I'm forgetting, but knowing me, there is something. But let's get you guys over. I did tweet. You should be proud of me. I remembered. Okay. Let's bring in some BGM. Let me know if the volume is okay or if it sucks. Yeah, we're doing a little presentation here in CSP. Oh, thank you. Dooba dooda dooba. It's true. If I somehow end up, enjoying this and like it kind of seems worth it, I'll probably be investing in a capture card. And since Legend of Mana was recently remastered and put on the Switch finally, I will definitely be playing Legend of Mana for you guys. But yeah, we're in CSP. I'm not going to necessarily be doing any drawing this morning, or I guess it's not morning for a lot of you. But we're going to talk about some stuff. So, hi! I'm Cielo. You can call me Cici if Cielo is kind of hard. I know it's not the most typical name. It means sky or heaven in Spanish. Orb spotted. Cute drawings, thank you. So I am non-binary. Specifically agender, it doesn't matter. Any pronouns are fine. I have a feeling like most of my experience is that she, her is gonna be mostly what folks use, which is fine, like do not get me wrong. But do know that if you use other ones, I see you. I see you and I appreciate you. It's not mandatory though. Like I don't really give a hoot. It's all good for me. But I see you, you know. So just a quick little thing, likes and dislikes. Likes, you see I have 3 things here. Can you see my cursor? Yes, you can, cool. So I got a little snakey. I actually have a pet snake. His name is Pollux. He hangs out in a box all day, and he is my little man. I've had him for, gosh, almost 10 years now. He himself is almost 10 years old. I think he's turning 9 this year. He is a ball python. He is currently smeeping. He's a very smeepy guy. A friend Noodle! Matthew, welcome. Hello. Snake baby. He is a little baby. He's a very cool little guy. He mostly is extremely docile. Like, the joke with ball pythons is often that they are the pet rocks of the reptile world because they just kind of hang out. They don't really do much. But they're very cool. They sleep a lot of the time. They're called ball pythons because when they're scared, they ball up. So they like turn into a little rosca. I don't know if you know what a rosca is. It says they just like, what's the word in English? They like just kind of curl up onto themselves in a little loopy. And they're like, I am not a snake. Please no eat. Very cute. As a slug, I enjoy fellow snails and slugs and mollusks and invertebrates. They become orb, it's true. Orby was a snake the whole time. He was a ball python. Who would have guessed? Orb, let's fucking go. Orby snake is it's a very cute idea, truthfully. I don't know what Randon feels about snakes, though. I don't think he's ever commented on it. No, wait, no. When he did the pet review, I did show a picture of my little man, and he was like, yo, a snake. So I guess he's chill with him. Caracol, yes. Caracol is a snail. Caracolitos. As you can see, I have an Orby here. So that's just to show I like cute things. That's really all that he kind of signifies there. I totally skipped over this line, huh? I do speak English and Spanish. And French, if you really squint. I took 4 years of French in high school. And I do love French. I think it's a cool language. Yeah, learning Spanish with Cielo. We can do that. That might be fun. I don't use Spanish very often in my daily life, just because I live in a The part of I do live in the United States, and the part of the United States I live in is full of gringos. Nobody here fucking speaks Spanish. Or if they do, they opt to speak English because nobody else speaks Spanish usually. But yeah, let's go over to the dislike section. I do have a spider here. I respect spiders, and truthfully, oh, thank you for the follow, oh gosh, let me look at that again. Skudaketa. And Matthew. Oh, I missed a couple. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow, Matthew, and Kurodaya and Skudaketa. Fellow French speaker, yeah. Like I said, French if you squint. I haven't used my French in a long time. I do have a book that I've specifically bought because it's entirely in French. It's just like a little it's a book about, I think it's like the fairy tales of a part of France. I would have to grab it to see what part of France it is. But I bought it because it's entirely in French, and I was like, oh, this will be a great way to brush up on my French. I'll read this. And I read one chapter so far a few months ago. So that's just kind of the kind of person I am. I'm like, oh, I'll do this thing. And then it does kind of fall by the wayside. There's just not enough hours in the day, you know? But yeah, under dislikes, I can read! It's true. I can fight! I do have spiders there. I respect spiders. I appreciate what they do for us as like a species, right? And for humans, right, as a species. Not a lot of spiders in the sea. I guess if you count like crabbies and like lobsters and stuff. Yeah. Death to spiders. It's not like specifically spiders I have an issue with. I guess, the thing that I really have an issue with is the way that they move. Like, their little leggies. I don't like it. Lobster. I don't have a problem with lobsters, truthfully, or crabs. Yeah, too much leggy. 4 is like the limit for me as far as leggies go. Pineapples, are you cat-like? Do cats not like pineapples? I didn't know that. Love Kumoko and respect spooters, but I also get jump scared by them so easily. Yeah. Pineapples, I like pineapples. Okay, so this is a spicy opinion I have. Pineapples are best when they're not the main feature of a meal, in my opinion. So I like pineapples on pizza. And I like, if you've ever had tacos al pastor, depending on where you get them, you can have sliced pineapple on your tacos. So tacos al pastor it's a pork, typically. A pork that has been marinated for a long time. And Cashew, my cat, is trying to eat my cables, which is very rude of her. Cashew, it's not about you right now, honey. Yeah, it's pork that's been marinated, and then you can have it with, typically it's fresh chopped onions and cilantro, and you can have pineapple on it, and it's so nice and yummy. Now I'm craving tacos, for real. Tacos al pastor, my beloveds. Yes, my favorite. They're my favorite tacos, for sure. It's Cielo time, not Cashew time. Yeah, Cashew. I don't really know what she wants. I played with her. I think she wants attention, which I guess same, right? But come on, baby. I think she mostly wants to sit in my lap, which normally would be fine. She's used to being able to sit in my lap during my day job. She is co-star, yes. Oh, she's trying to eat some pens now. Okay, well, we'll ignore that. And then, anyway, the last thing I have on here, if you can't tell, it's an oven. So this is a weird thing that I have personally. I don't trust ovens. I will use them as is necessary for many foods. But they do kind of freak me out. Just in like a Cashew needs her own little avatar. I've been thinking about it, don't worry. I have something in the works. I am still in the plotting and sketching stages, but don't you worry. Cashew will be a part of the stream whether any of us want to or not. Them ovens are up to something. Exactly. Why they gotta be so hot, huh? Don't trust them. And that's kind of a thing that I've had since I was a kid. I just don't like them. They kind of freak me out. And I know that that's like an unreasonable thing. Like, it's kind of a silly thing, right? But Cashew, please. Stop trying to eat a pen. Here. I grab her and hold her like a baby. Is this what you want? Do you want to be held like a baby? She is kind of settled down now. Okay, so now the next thing I have for you is more about me. So this is a little kind of reference sheet. I will be posting this on my socials after we're done with the stream today, just in case. Yes, guts. My guts. Oven big and easy to burn hands with. It's true. What are they plotting? The oven uprising. Do ovens appear in Skivity Toilet? I know that there's like a bunch of like inanimate objects in Skivity Toilet, right? From the clips I have been forced to watch against my will during Akashi streams or Big Ham streams. Skivity oven would be terrifying, yeah, it would. Screamy was wrestling his favorite pen yesterday, and now he Scream. That's very on brand for Screamy. What is it with cats and pens? They're like, this thing is a plaything. But yeah, so this is kind of about me. I am approximately 4 heads tall. So if you try to draw me, it's approximate, so like you can fudge it, right? Like every time I have drawn myself, it has been slightly different. Body, like I said, I will be posting this image on social media. So this is in case like anybody, for whatever reason, wants to draw me or whatever, if you're interested. But yeah, so the body is just this blue. The guts are this, but like in 60%. These are my guts, if you couldn't tell. That's my brain. And that's my tummy. Cute ref, thank you. Huxley, you've already drawn me enough. The little pixel that I have here behind me was made by Huxley, and I didn't even calm him for that. It's so cute though. She hang out with me. But yeah, I'm a sea angel, so, or a Cleone. If you haven't seen Cleone before or sea angel before, maybe you've seen the other word here. A sea angel, we're a type of sea slug. That's what you get for overpaying. I didn't overpay. I paid you exactly the correct amount for your art. The splash screen that you saw during my starting soon screen was drawn by Huxley as well. I've seen them in David of the Diving. Yes, you would have. Let's go, Cielo Arts. Yay! Thank you. Toge, thank you for following. What the heck is this emote? What am I looking at here? Oh, 4-milk tum shake. The hecky? Yes, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to hang out, Toge. I appreciate you. But yeah, LMFAO Milky loves the Oji-san tom-toms. I see. I'm a relative newcomer to Milky's streams, but I have gathered that the general vibe is horny, and I love that for her. She's living her best life. But yes, in Dave the Diver, you would have seen it. Unfortunately, Randon did get eaten by a Cleone. But then he ate the Cleone back, so I guess that's kind of par for the course. Soon I will watch Milks. I suppose if that's a goal to have, it's good to have goals, right? You gotta make it. You gotta get old enough to watch Milks. So you may be wondering what a sea angel or Cleone looks like IRL. So, jump scare. This is a picture of a sea angel. But specifically, this is a sea angel when it's hongi. This is a hongi sea angel. As you can see, it has its tentacles outspread. It's ready to grab and eat a little guy. You may be wondering what they eat. 3D already. What if my 3D was just like a completely anatomically correct sea angel? Just like a realistic sea angel. That would be so creepy. A teeny elder tour. Yeah, they're kind of awesome, huh? Do you have a hungy mode? I would love that. That's something. That's something to do. 3D model the Nautilus ship from Baldur's Gate 3. This is, though, like I said, this is when they are ready to eat. Their kind of normal status is a little bit less creepy. And that's these. So this is kind of just a sea angel vibing. This is what they look like. They're just hanging out. They're just floating on by. So these little flippies, they're wings. They actually use these as paddles to propel themselves through water. Oh yeah, so you may be wondering what they eat. So something that happens to sea angels a lot for some reason is that they get mistakenly called what they eat. They eat sea butterflies, which I don't have a photo of. I should have gotten a photo of a sea butterfly. But a sea butterfly is another sea slug. So sea angels actually eat sea slugs, but this very specific sea slug, sea butterflies are, so you may notice like these guys, they don't have shells, right? That's actually a main thing about like their genus. They're in the family of slugs and snails that don't have shells. They're actually born with one and it sheds as they grow up. But the type of little guy that they eat is called a sea butterfly, and they have a shell, and they're actually kind of neat. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a photo of one really quick. Sorry, I should have done this before stream, but I didn't really think about it. And yeah, even while I'm Googling sea butterfly, images of Cleones come up, but that's not correct. They're not at all the same. This is a sea butterfly. As you can see, it has a shell, and it has, like, the snail inside of it is actually propelling itself with a very similar paddle-like structure as a sea angel. So when a Cleone sees a sea butterfly, it will actually paddle all the way over to it and then grab it with its tentacles here, and with one set of tentacles, and then another set of tentacles actually reaches in and pulls the entire thing out of its shell and eats it and drops the shell. So it actually pulls the snail out of the shell to eat it. How cute! It is an amazing photo of the sea butterfly, huh? For some reason, though, for example, I think in the most recent Animal Crossing title in New Horizons, if you catch, there is a Cleone in the game, but when you catch them, it actually calls them a sea butterfly, which is kind of funny. I wonder. It's interesting to me that they both get equated to each other, and it kind of sucks for the actual sea butterflies, huh? Because they don't get to have their kind of spot in the limelight. Misinformation, yeah. Fake news. Yeah, sea butterflies kind of get shoved by the wayside and called, you know, a mistranslation? Maybe. It could be. Sea angels are very kind of symbolic in Japan, from what I understand. Like, they're very well known in Japan, is I guess the best way to put it. They're not very well known in the States or in the Western media. You don't see them very often. Dave the Diver, actually, I was surprised to see a Cleone in there. But yeah, so I just thought it would be cool to show some photos of these little guys because I think they're really cool, and I've always been kind of fascinated by them. I especially like how they have, so these are tentacles, like, so the mouth of the sea angel is this on the top, right? And when they're in kind of normal mode, like not in eating mode, the tentacles are retracted inside of its head. And I always thought it was cute because these look like little ears. Cleone love, yeah, I love Cleones, obviously, as one. I think they're super cool. I think we're neat. And I think, by the way, these things are super small, like the size of your fingernail small. Not, I will neither confirm nor deny if that's how big I am, though. But yeah, one thing I have planned as far as like my streams, kind of shifting subject here, is art streams, of course. I was actually considering, if it's something everyone's interested, we may want to do a, well, I may set up a Ko-fi, so that if you feel like it, you can donate to me. And like, I was thinking like minimum like $5, and then I can like sketch you a thingy on stream. So it'll be a coffee commission, basically. And so if you donate, I will sketch you something on screen. Very, very low pressure. Obviously, nobody should feel like, yeah, Ko-fi art requests. Exactly. Nobody should feel pressured to actually do this. That's why it is a Ko-fi and not like something that's part of Twitch. And I would be linking that as, you know, in my description or whatever, if that did come to pass. But I thought it might be fun, because that way it would be kind of a low pressure, like, you know, you donate and then you also get a little drawing out of it. And anything that would be donated, theoretically, you know, this is all hypothetically, anything that would be donated would go towards, you know, any streaming thing that I may or may not purchase in the future, aka stream stuff like a capture card. I do have a GameCube, like physically, and something that my good sluggy friend Shinsu Kayose, if you don't follow him, we'll probably, depending on how long we go here, we're probably gonna end up raiding into him because he's great and he's a fellow slug. And he's really helped me out when it comes to setting up streaming and like setting up, you know, different raid Shadow Legends. Different equipment, recommending equipment, you know, that kind of stuff. So depending on how long we go, I don't expect this to be a very long stream. We're gonna just chill. I do have something planned after this, so no worries on that front. But anyway, the reason I started talking about art is because I wanted to shout out my tablet. I'm not sponsored. No sponsoring. I'm just very passionate about it. I do use a Huion H610 Pro. Highly recommend Huion and all of its products. I have been a Huion purist for many years now, after Wacom kind of started pulling some shit. Not sponsored. Give all your earthly possessions to CieloSlug. I don't know if that's necessary. You can keep some of it. Not yet. Oh, Huxley is planning something. Some. Yeah, I don't want all of it. I mean, can I keep my orb? I guess. I have one. He's sitting on my shelf. He's hanging out with a little lich plushie I have. Dead Ribians. Yeah, true. Anyway, just wanted to give a shout out to my favorite tablet and the one that I use. So anytime you see me drawing on stream, I will be using my Huion H610 Pro. My Huion H610 Pro now is 10 years old. It is very, very reliable, and I'm very happy with it. And yeah, not sponsored. Just check it out if you're if you're ever in the market for a new tablet or new drawing application, or not applications, I'm sorry, drawing hardware. What if I dedicate my dissertation proposal to you? Does that earn me a doodle? Yeah, yes? Hello? I don't think I have anything to do with your dissertation, but I mean, yeah, what can I even say? Like, yeah. For everyone who doesn't know, Nicole is a very long-time friend of mine. Nicole has been there through thick and thin, and she is great, and I love her very much. Does it have a screen that can be used as an additional monitor? Not the one that I have. So the H610 Pro is just a regular non-display tablet. However, Huion does make display tablets. If you check them out, I think if you just Google Huion, you'll get to, yeah, Huion.com. And they have, so the one that is a screen tablet is called a Canvas Pro, K-A-M-V-A-S Pro. I will say also, I'm back. Sorry about that. My headset likes to do this thing where it'll randomly disconnect. No, not Scuff. Gomosa, hello. Another person I love very, very much. There was no Scuff. The Scuff doesn't exist. You didn't hear it. You didn't see it. It didn't happen. Exactly. Sorry about that, guys. My headset, I use a wireless headset, and it kind of will randomly decide to disconnect, but with just a reboot, it comes back on, so I'm sorry about that. If that ever happens, I'm still here. It just died. Anyway, Huion. Better than when you used to be a robot? That's true. I used to have a headset that would just turn me into a robot randomly. And I'd be like, this is not... I'm a slug, not a robot. The robot is a good VTuber idea, truthfully. Anyway, Huion tablets are much more affordable also than Wacom. That's another reason I definitely recommend them. Let me, just for reference, looking at the most recent Huion Canvas Pro. So like this is the display tablet version that I was talking about. Let's see. It's making me go through a whole thing to like see how cool it is. I just want to know what it costs, you guys. Model comparison? No, I don't care about that. Show me the money. Show me the dollary amount. Okay, so the Canvas Pro 13, so this is the smaller one, is $400, $399. The Pro 16 is $600, $599. So those are definitely, oh, Saku, you found it. Okay. Chibi Robo style Cleone, heck yes. That's another thing I have on my GameCube. If I end up getting a capture card, oh my gosh, you guys. Chibi Robo is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, just like Legend of Mana, actually. I love retro games. I'd love to show you guys games that I grew up with, like Chibi Robo. Definitely one of Nintendo's fumbles, Chibi Robo. Great first game, and then they kind of were like, hey, let's shit it all up. And then they didn't really make any good games of Chibi Robo after that. That really followed the original formula. So that's always been a point of sadness for me. But Chibi Robo, the original, like, formulative for me, formative, I mean. Highly recommend. Anyway, I don't really... Chibi Rojo. Anyway, I've been babbling on. Let's get into something a little sillier. Okay. I want to show you guys a thing. Something that I thought would be kind of funny for my first stream is, hold on, Chibi Robo smash invite when. Right? We need it. Come on, Nintendo. Let's go over here. And we can probably remove this. So this is a snail emoji. Snail emoji tier list. Tier list. Sluggy tier list, exactly. Did you know that there's no slug emojis? Which I feel like also, what are we doing as a society that there's no slug emoji tier list? It's kind of hard to see, huh? Maybe I should scooch the window over a little, huh? Mika? It is Mika. Slug discrimination. Let's see. Let's see if we can scooch this a little. That's okay. You can see my underlay a little bit. But that's okay, I think. It doesn't bother me too much. Okay. Speciesism. them to snort. Snail court. Snail court. Okay. Slort? Slug court? I don't know. They're both good. But yeah, let's do a tier list. We'll talk about the emojis. So I'm technically a graphic designer. That's what I went to school for. So we're going to be rating these emojis partially in like, does this read as what it's supposed to be? And also, is it a good representation of a snail? Like, does it translate? And then also, does it look nice? Oh, hold on, I need to yeet this person. This bot. If I can find my OBS app. Or if I can figure it out. I had a bot in my debut too. Yeah. It's hard also. I didn't really look into the moderation tools before starting, really. Let's see. Oh, and I'm modding you just for now until I get like more experience, if that's okay. So I just gave you mod powers. Awesome. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Now let's close all this out. And as far as like the stuff that just happened, I'll edit the video and take it down from Twitch as well. So he can send us to Detroit. So in case, it becomes an issue, don't worry, we'll figure it out. Worst case, this VOD will be lost to the ether. That is always a possibility. Okay, now let's get back to OBS. Okay. Good night, Mowo. Have a good sleep. Thank you for stopping by. I can say I was there. Snail ranking time. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to go in order. I do know which, like where each emoji comes from. So I can call out whoever made out these stupid ass emojis. Like if it is a subpar emoji, we'll know exactly who the perpetrator is. Okay. So the first one is this one. That one is from Emoji, which I believe is just an open source emoji program system. So let's take a look at it here. I'm just gonna plop it down in mid for us to look at it. So it's a brown little guy. He has little eye stalks. It's kind of hard to see on top of the dark background, but if I put it here, you should be able to see his little eye stalks. It's pretty cute, in my opinion. It reads as a snail. I like the open lines. I like the colors they used for it. They kind of played it safe, right? There's not really anything exciting happening with this little guy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, cute, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. They definitely look at all these little guys. Yeah. They definitely knew what they were going for. I think that they could have gone a little more creative with like the colors. First off, we have obviously like a wide variety of colors here, but as far as like playing it safe and like, is this a snail? Is this like, would I use the snail emoji, right? This one is blessed. I kind of like it. I think I'm gonna put it, I think, in cute. I think that it reads as a snail. It's safe, you know, they played it safe, like I said. I would use this emoji. I think that it's cute. All right. So the next one, oh gosh, this is such a pixelated image of it. Which one is this one? Oh, you know what? This one's PlayStation. I love how stupid it looks. TBH, I think that one's my fave. I could see that. I could see why. It's kind of chill, huh? It's kind of perfect. Like there's not a lot that is right. I don't know like if this is like in the actual because there's like a chat system inside PlayStations. I don't know if that's where this is used or if this is like a Sony thing. I'm not really entirely sure. I got these from Emojipedia, and I just am telling you what it told me. This one's PlayStation. That's why it's so little, I think, is because um the like resolution of it was never supposed to be very big because the chat system in PlayStation's pretty small, right? And so I think that that's why. It's unfortunate that it's pixelated so much, but I don't hate it. Let's take a look at it under like a lighter background. So let's kind of analyze it. So colors wise, once again, pretty safe. Um, it's got its little eye stalks and it's got these little brown orbies on the top of the eye stalks. I don't know if necessarily I like that. Um, I like the colors that they used, you know. It's a very typical garden snail. It's kind of chill. I don't think that it's once again something played very safe. Somebody was like, hey, we need a snail emoji, drop a snail. And they drew up a snail. Do you know what I mean? I think that it's okay. I don't like it as much as the first one we looked at. This one has that kind of quirkiness to it because it looks hand drawn, I feel like. You'd definitely be able to tell if it was a snail, if it was really tiny. Yeah, like it reads as a snail, for sure. Especially when you think of like the context that it was used in. Like this is making it the same size as all of these other emojis, right? But when you think about how little it's supposed to be, you can definitely tell like they were going for readability more than like anything. They weren't trying to break the mold here, right? The red monstrosity next to it. But yeah, I would put this in acceptable, I think. I would use this. I don't love the little brown like nubbies on its head or on its eye stalks. I don't know if that necessarily was like a good choice. I think that if it had just left it the same color as the rest of it, it would have been fine. That's kind of the only thing that I would detract from it. And then of course, like it's just not as I don't know, it's just not as quirky, you know, as the rest of them. Oh, I just noticed the music stopped. Hold on. Let's do something that isn't Animal Crossing, huh? All right. So now onto the red monstrosity. So this is a pixelated one. Let's see, what is this from? Serenity OS is what I have. Yeah, you're not wrong. I appreciate the pixel art. I think Serenity OS is like an older OS. I think it was probably for like an older phone type deal. Maybe when smartphones were originally coming out, and maybe Serenity OS was like kind of still a part of not the smartphone thing, You didn't realize it has a black border. Yes, it does. So let's look at it on a lighter background. So yes, it does have a black border. I also like the pixel art. Like, I like that it's pixel. I think it's cute, and like, if you would see this in a game, you know, it is very, this is used for this thing, and it doesn't necessarily work outside of context. Yeah, like, if I saw this, like, as part of my phone emojis, and like, I had like a shitty old phone, maybe, it would be cuter if it was different colors. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why it's red. I don't know if all of the emojis in this series were red, and maybe that's why it just kind of fell into the same. Serenity OS is from 2018. Oh, I take it back. That's not old at all then. What's your excuse, Serenity OS? I would usually, so I kind of want to put it in That's a Snail, because it does read as a snail, right? Like, when you look at it, like, yeah, it's a snail, like, especially if it is on a lighter background. It's like designed to be Unix style OS. I see. Why did they pick red though? Red of all of them just seems like a bad idea. I think if there was one of them that I would be putting in ugly, this one is probably it. The only reason I'm like hesitating is because I don't dislike the like outline of it, right? Like, I don't dislike the little shell. I don't dislike the pixel outline, right? But why is it red though? So yeah, I think I unfortunately do have to put it in ugly. It's just, it had a great idea. Like, I don't dislike the pixel. The red is blinding, yeah. It's just so unfortunate. But yeah, I think that one unfortunately is gonna stay in ugly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little guy. You had potential, but then they colored you in, and they colored you red. So he gets to be there. Okay, so this one is from SoftBank, is what I have as its originator. So right off the bat, I do like the white outline. It makes it readable on any background, right? The white outline. I like its little smile. If you can tell, it has like a teeny little smile. I think that's pretty cute. The colors were safe, right? They picked that light brown and then the dark brown for the shell. That made it pretty safe color-wise. This is your garden variety snail, huh? Pretty safe. Weren't trying to break the mold. However, that little smile, that little for me, that little smile instantly makes it cuter to me. Instantly makes it like, yeah, like, aw, he's so happy. He has little eye stockies, with little, they just colored him black, right? The same color as the outline, the inner outline, if you will. Yeah, that little, like he's smiling. It's cute. It's a little smile. I like, it's barely perceptible, right? Like, it is a very similar color to the lightness of his skin, but at the same time, it's like there. And if you notice, if you take the time to take a look at it, I think that's the part I like the least, that the eye sacs are just a part of the outline. I think so too. I don't disagree with you. I think that if they had kept the, like, you know, the stock part of the eye stalk black and then made like a little, maybe colored the actual circly bits the same color as his skin, for example, I think that that would have translated like these little eyeballs. You know? His little eyeballs. I think it would have been much cuter. I don't dislike it, that being said. I don't think he's perfection. I think that I would probably put him in the same level as this little guy, where, you know, very much played it safe, and you can see his little eye stockies, but once again, they kind of dialed it in a little bit once they got to those eye stalks. They could have very well like put a little expression on him, like on his little eyes. Like they don't need to put like pupils or anything. Could have just been a little color there, right? But yeah, overall, I would use this emoji. I think it's cute. I think that it translates well for the medium. I like the white outline. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. Okay, so now we're getting into a more colorful. The next two are very colorful, right? So there's this one is next. That one. It's from something called Toss Face. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna roll with it. So let's take a look at him under a light background, right? So he is pink. He's got a pink body. Mika Snail. He does look like Mika. He's pink body with a blue shell. If he had a purple shell, he would be Mika. And then he's got the little black eyeballs. So immediately, the thing that stands out about this one to me, other than the colors, right, is the shape of his shell, right? He's got a pointy shell instead of the typical roundy shell. It's Mika's brother Muka. Cute. I kind of like the pointy shell though, huh? Immediately that says to me, this isn't a garden snail. This isn't a snail that you find in your garden like how these ones are. This is a snail maybe you would find on the beach, underwater, in tide pools. This looks like it's made of paper, cut out snail. Yeah, I could see that too, right? Like, it definitely reads as, I'm gonna lower Plantasia. Sorry, Mort Garson. You're a little loud. I love you though. Okay. It does definitely read as like, I'm kind of digging the no outline style. Yeah. Yeah, like what Mosa said, right? This feels like a cutout, like you could make this out of paper, right? You make the pink body and then the light blue kind of front of the shell, and then the pointy bit is made out of the darker blue. I could definitely see this being made out of paper. It would be pretty easy, but it gives a kind of cute. I think it's pretty cute, right? Like you can definitely tell that this is a snail, but this is kind of a different snail. They kind of broke the mold with this one a little bit, right? They didn't say, oh, let's just make a garden snail, brown, ship it. So I kind of like this one. Probably the one thing that's keeping me from putting it in perfection, once again, why the little black dots on the eye stalks, right? I feel like they could have made that bit pink as well, just blended in with the body, and it would have been instantly cuter. Or white, maybe, to keep with the light colors, the light fun colors of of the rest of the body. I think that if they had made it, what's that book about the letters? Chica Chica Boom Boom? Looks like it's from a book like that. Oh yeah. Or even like the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. He looks like he could be in a children's picture book. Yeah, very whimsical. Yeah, I agree completely. He's very cute. He definitely reminds me of that. I think I want to put him in this category as well. I would definitely use this emoji. I think that he's cute. I think that he reads as, he's a different kind of snail. He's got a pointy shell. He's got personality for sure. Like, you definitely can tell. Oh, no problem, Saku. No problem. I appreciate you stopping by at all. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day at work. Hopefully it's not too busy and you get to chill. You don't even need to lurk if you don't want, or, if you can't. No worries. I appreciate you stopping by at all. Thank you so much for being here. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely use this emoji. I think that he belongs in cute with these three. In fact, I think that he's probably my favorite out of these three. In this order, I think this is how I would put them. The Squish Reef is schooling up. We followed the Great North Twitch Pacific Current and found CieloSlug. Oh my god! Raiders, hello! Oh my gosh, hello! Thank you for the raid, holy moly! Bluefire Vulpix, thank you so much! Welcome! Hi, this is my debut stream. I am being a silly goose, and we're ranking snail emojis. Welcome! Holy moly! First raid. First ever raid. Aw, thank you so much. I hope your stream was good. Get some water and you know, get some rest if you need to raid and run. Definitely, you know, take care of yourself first. What were you guys doing? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for the follow too. Let's see. Thank you for the follow, Kiri Bloodrose. I super appreciate that. First time playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. Very cool. I've heard a lot of good things about that game. Oh, thank you for the follow, Blue Fireball Picks. That means so much. I hope you had fun though. I hope it was a good stream. I hope you're having a good day, a good time zone. We're just vibing to some music and rating rating these snail emojis. So nothing super exciting today. But yeah, thank you for the compliments. Yeah, my model I made it myself. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you. But yeah, let's go to the next snail then, I guess. So this one is a pretty well-known snail. Off the bat, I recognize this snail immediately, right? This is Twitter. This is Twittermoji. It's also what is used in Discord. Discord uses this snail model as well, at least if you're using it on desktop. So yeah, right off the bat, very recognizable emoji, right? I have used this emoji on Twitter and on Discord. Purple body, huh? Purple body. First time we've seen that. We've seen the pink, right? It's really pretty. I am just a PNG tuber, Dumbo octopus, fellow sea buddy, in a place called the Squish Reef. Variety type, do lots of different things, and I want to smell a PNG tuber to send my squishes off to. Well, thank you. Yeah, definitely take the time, take care of yourself, get some water, get some, get some noms, get a snack. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. I'll check you out after the stream. I always am down to find more PNG tubers, especially. I think that PNG tubers can be so fun, and that there's a lot of variety in our models. Even if we're not like all, we don't base it off of real life expressions and that kind of stuff. So I think that it's definitely a really cool form of media. There's a lot of really neat PNG tubers around. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'll check you out after this for sure. Oh, give me 1 second. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. All right. But yeah, so this little dude. So let's take a look at this guy. I like his colors off the bat. The purple and the yellow complement each other. If you know about, if you've ever studied color theory or looked at, a color wheel. In fact, I already closed CSP, but I could have brought that up here. But if you've ever looked at the color wheel, purple and yellow are considered complementary colors, right? So yellow is a primary color, along with red and blue, and purple is a secondary color, along with green and orange. Color theory, my enemy. It's hard, definitely, when you're first starting out, or if you're not, you know, if you're not really sure how to go about, color wheels can be intimidating, right? You're like, oh gosh, what do I do to get these colors across, or like what do I do to get the feeling of this across, right? So definitely, it's something that you need to study and practice. But this is kind of like what Binka does, right? During her streams, we can talk about, or we can look at even something as simple as an emoji and kind of try and think about how the designers thought about it, right? I think that this is a really interesting emoji because of the complementary colors used. The fact that, it is a pretty simple emoji. There's not a lot of detail. We just have three colors, or I guess technically four. Yeah, technically four. So there's the lighter purple of the body of the snail. And if you notice, the eye stalks are a slightly darker purple. Just slightly. You have to really pay attention. You have to really zoom in maybe to see that. Then there's the light yellow of the snail, and then the dark, or of the shell, I mean, and then the darker, kind of more orangey yellow of the little swirl. So off the bat, the thing that I think about this, and something that we were talking about as well, is that I feel like this is definitely an emoji that was, in the context of Twitter and on Discord, what's something that you can customize with those websites or that application. You can customize whether you're on light theme or dark theme, huh? So this emoji, I think, was partially made to read no matter what background you have it on. Whether I have it on a light background, so like this light yellow, for example, or whether I have it on this kind of dark gray background, huh? You can tell each aspect of the emoji regardless of the background. And then it also is very bright and colorful. It draws attention, right? With the light yellow and the purple. So when you're thinking of graphic design, that's actually really important, right? You want to make sure that no matter what background, or no matter what even application your emoji is used in, what context, I guess, is the best way to say it. Whether, obviously taking into account, I'm a bit more lenient, for example, for our little ugly red man here, because he wasn't made to be read outside of his context, right? So I understand that, maybe it's only on a light background on those, operating systems that it's on. So maybe that's why they didn't feel the need to have something. Poor little guy. Maybe that's why they didn't feel the need to make him very exciting or very, stand out from his background. But this guy reads in yellow, or the light yellow that we have here. He reads on white backgrounds, he reads on dark backgrounds, and he stands out. He's definitely punchy with his colors, right? He's got that bright yellow attractive shell, bright yellow or bright purple body. He's exciting. He's fun. I like him a lot. I really like this emoji. I think I want to put him in cute. I almost am tempted to put him in perfection. I think that I don't know necessarily if he's perfect. He's not my favorite on this list, I will say that. But I like him a lot. I think for now he's going to hang out in the perfect slot. I appreciate the color contrast of the purple and yellow on him. Yeah, complementary colors, right? Those are colors that are on the opposite of the wheel, opposite of each other. So they, just by being opposite of each other, they kind of go together, right? They contrast completely with each other. You don't, the purple does not mix in with the yellow at all. You can definitely tell where the yellow starts and where the purple ends, right? Yeah, snail emoji rating, Binka, welcome back. No problem, no problem. I appreciate you being here at all. I hope work is chill for you guys. I know this is kind of a weird slot to stream in. I appreciate you guys being here. I have Mondays off, so that's why we're here today. in the future, I'm kind of considering doing it in the evenings instead, just because it's a little bit. I heard a little bit of your analysis of the purple snail, and OMG, you're so good. Aw, thank you. I mean, a lot of it is because I went to I went to school for graphic design. I've been an artist for a lot of my life. Even before going to school. Oh, thanks so much, Vulpix. I am so happy I found your little stream. Oh, thank you. That really means a lot. I'm really happy that you're here and that you could be here. Graphic design is his passion. Frog emoji. It's true. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put the Twitter snail, the Discord snail, up in perfection. I think he's pretty perfect. Yeah, yeah. Little Red Man is pretty rough. He gets cut. He gets the guillotine. This guy. My partner was just commenting on the little red guy. Yeah, Little Red Man is rough. Okay. Next we have this guy. Let's take a look at what he is from. This guy's from WhatsApp. WhatsApp. So, right off the bat, let's take a look at him on a lighter background, right? So he's got those muted browns again. I hate this guy. I'm not gonna lie, he's not great, huh? Like right off the bat, I don't love him either. He's got these eyes, right? That kind of pierce your soul, huh? Like I don't know if you guys can tell on the stream, but if you've ever used the snail emoji in WhatsApp, he's got these eyes. He's got this like realistic eyeball look. Why is he so rendered? Yeah, and I think that's an important thing too. Something about his round snout reminds me of a Muppet. What does he have to hide? This little man has dark secrets, is what we're saying, huh? It's funny, Binka. I see what you mean now with the round snout. I don't hate that personally. I appreciate the dead stare. I kind of find the round snout charming personally. Like that aspect of it doesn't bother me, but I do see what Guamosa means, where he's very rendered, right? And when you're looking at an emoji, very traditional form and palette, a little like river snail. Yeah, like a little garden snail, huh? This is a snail that you would find in your backyard on a after a rainy day. I do not have a problem with the shape of the snail. I think it's specifically the like shading. Yeah, I could see that. Because when you're designing an emoji or something that is meant to be a part of an UI, something that you want to make sure of is that you're not over detailing something, right? Because when you think about it, so this guy, he is supposed to be an emoji. He's not supposed to be the main focus, right? Save the little pixel guy from his circumstances. It's not got anything that will make you remember it, though. Yeah, he's kind of forgettable, huh? Other than the crazy stare, the homicidal, absolute, delusional, black, soul-staring expression, right? That's kind of the main thing that I notice when I look at him, is this guy's kind of a creep. I kind of think this guy is gonna hang out with our little red man, our little red pixel man. I don't like him. OMG, the face reminds me of Jar Jar. Holy moly. Vulpix, you are absolutely correct. This snail is Jar Jar-esque. This is a Jar Jar-ass snail. You are 100% correct. Maybe that's why. I mean, even the colors, though. And the colors are ugly, too. Like, you look at that, like, muted grayish brown of the body. This doesn't incite, like, cuteness. It doesn't incite like it's just not very exciting first off, and then on the other hand, it's kind of ugly, huh? Misa surrendered. You're right. Misa is in HD. Yeah, he's going down here with our ugly little red man for sure. He gets to hang out down here. Bottom of the barrel, this guy. I don't know what they were thinking. That actually could be the name of this category, is I don't know what they were thinking. But he's gonna hang out in ugly with our little red man. Yeah. Yikes, huh? Okay. Alright, let's move on. So this guy, if you are on a Windows computer, you recognize this man probably. Unless, unlike me, you don't use Snail emoji ever, which is also possible. This is a Windows emoji. Technically this is the older Windows emoji. The one next to him is I think this is Windows 11 and this is like pre-Windows 11, which I will tell you like straight up from what I'm looking at, downgrade, right? Downgrade. This little guy, I love him. I would protect him. Immediately, I am attracted to this little guy. Even on this list of snails, this is probably the most charming to me. He looks baby. Yeah, the old one is so cute. I agree. Yeah, he's got little spots. If you look, he's got little kind of darker orangey pink spots. He's got a little pink body. He's got these two little eyeballs. His little eye spots. He is a regular garden snail, right? Like you can definitely tell this is just a snail you may find in your garden. He's got a brown shell. But he's really cute. Like he's got charm for sure, both in the kind of like when you look at the outline of it. Let's look at him on a lighter background here. When you look at the charm, like if you look at the outline of the figure, you can kind of see the very simplistic. He's very simple, right? He's a very simplistic little snail. They kind of outlined him. He's round. He's very round. He doesn't use a lot of pointy angles, really only in his tail, right? When you look at this little bit here, it's a little pointy. And then if you look at this kind of angle where his shell is, like connected to him, round. It's true. He is a round little man. And then the colors, when you look at this kind of light pink, kind of almost a pastel pinkish orange, right? Shall I have to run so I can prep for my meeting with my advisor? No problem, Nicole. Yeah. No problem. I'm happy you could be here. Thank you so much for making time to come and check me out. I hope you have a good meeting. I hope it's chill. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, good luck on your dissertation. Oh, my partner just messaged me. Apparently, I forgot a snail. Hold on. Hold on. We are rectifying this. Is this guy transparent? No, he's not transparent. He gets to be on a white background. It's okay. I got these all from Emojipedia, so if I forgot something, Emojipedia forgot something, and that's my excuse, Oh! No, I wanted to add him. Oh, are you serious? Tierlist. Hold on, we can fix it. Oh, they're out of order now. That's lame. This guy was here. This guy was here. This guy was here. Now it's a scavenger hunt. This guy was here. This guy was here. This guy was here. This guy is the guy we were messing with right now. We accept the stuff as it comes, huh? There. It's like nothing happens. And this is the little man we were looking at. I mean, immediately I want to put him in perfection. I think he's beautiful. I would protect him with my life, huh? We feast on the scuff. I appreciate y'all's patience. But yeah, I think that this guy is kind of the epitome, right? Like he's very simplistic. He's got good contrast between the pink and the brown of his shell. Maybe not as much as the purple and yellow, right? We were talking about color theory. Though the purple and yellow, we know why that happened, right? It's so that he can stand out regardless of where he is. I agree with this analysis. He is too precious to be left to fend for himself. Must protect. Definitely, definitely. He definitely goes up here with the Twitter snail, Twitter and Discord snail. I'm glad we all agree. And then this. So this is the quote-unquote upgraded version of him. This guy right here. This is Windows 11's snail. So I don't know why they would try to improve on perfection, right? But let's try and analyze this little guy too. What did they do to our boy? I know. They stretched him. So he is also brown. He's a brown little man. He does have cute little eye stalks. I will give him that. But immediately we lose the roundness of his little face. Like his little snoot here. And we kind of lose all angles that we had. These two complementary angles of the shell and his little foot. He has been warped. It's true. I'm gonna take a moment to take a sippy though. My voice I can feel is straining. They stretched him on the rack. Spanish Inquisition got him. Oh no. He's innocent, I tell you. Look at him. He didn't do anything. Free him. He's been put in this terrible little body. I mean, it's not terrible, right? I mean, he's definitely a downgrade. So let's put these two side by side. So immediate downgrade, right? We do have this nice shell. I do like the shell. I think it was a good idea that they kept the kind of the rings, right? This isn't like a swirl, huh? This is like a ring and then another ring in the middle. He did nothing wrong. Yeah. But yeah, so we see these things, these two together, and it's definitely a downgrade. Is it the worst? I don't think it's the worst, right? Firm acceptable. I'm kind of tempted to agree. I don't think he's on the same tier as these two, like the kind of hand-drawn style of this one is charming, the colors and the shell on this one are charming. I don't think that this guy is kind of on the same level. I think that I would look at it, I would probably use this emoji if I had to. If if given the chance, I would definitely use this one though, right? We look at this Windows, the before Windows 11 one, and we can tell it's definitely a downgrade. But it's fine, I guess, right? It's acceptable. He's not winning any awards, unlike his very cute older brother. But yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, take another sippa. Yeah, this guy definitely wears the crown in my heart as far as Windows emojis go, for sure. Now the next one, because we kind of ended up reorganizing them, definitely on purpose. We shuffled them a little, huh? So the next one's actually a GIF. So this guy is from Telegram. Oh, he's moving. He's moving. He is whapping his little eye stalks together, and he is crawling. If you can see, he's moving. I do really like this one. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about this one, but maybe talking about it will help us come to kind of a better decision. Slappy eyes, yeah. He's like knocking his little eye stalks together. You know what that reminds me of? In if you've ever watched SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob's pet snail Gary, there's an episode where he is smacking his eyeballs together. I too love when my eyes collide while I walk. But yeah, there's an episode where Gary smacks his eye stalks together to make like a noise, to make like a beat, if I recall correctly. And he like SpongeBob lifts him up and he goes marching around with him. And I think they're trying to lead, yeah, the jellyfish. They try to kind of like, what's the word? Like they like kind of like panpiper them back to jellyfish fields. So that's what this immediately reminds me of. And I love SpongeBob as a sea creature. I grew up with SpongeBob. I like the fluidity of its movement and cartoonish nature of the animation. Yeah, like as far as visually, he's definitely kind of a more realistic style, right? We look at the ridges on his shell. You can see the individual like kind of lines. Let's put him on a dark background here. You can see the kind of lines that go down his shell all the way down into the swirl. You can see kind of the sheen of his body here. He even has two, if you look closely here, he's got his little nubbins, his little whiskers. Not a lot of these snail emojis have that, huh? The two little whiskers kind of looking things that they have. Yeah, his mustache, exactly. Mucus, exactly. Yeah, you can tell that this little guy is slimy, huh? I love their mustache, yeah. He's very dapper, huh? Oh, did I say what this is from? This is from Telegram, if I didn't mention it. Telegram has animated emojis. If you send an emoji just by itself, it will animate it for you. Not all of them, like I think the newer ones that Apple has come out with, they don't have. But yes. The almost mandibles, sort of. I don't know if they're not like, they're kind of more for sensing. If you've ever looked at a snail, I don't know how familiar you guys are with snail anatomy, I guess. This one is S tier for me. Yeah, I kind of like him, right? Like, even though he is super realistic, which we were talking about, that emojis, you know, especially when you're thinking of them in the context that they're supposed to be in, they're kind of not meant to be super realistic. They're kind of meant to be like an addition to the text maybe that you're sending. But when we think about it in context of Telegram, when you send this only, so these animations, this little animation of the snail only happens if you send it by itself, and it blows it up real big for you to look at. When you think of it in that sense, you kind of think of, yeah, this is the snail. This snail is meant to be looked at. It's meant to be kind of admired. You see how realistic he is. I am also tempted to put him up in perfection. I think that he is just the right balance of like, cartoony and realistic. He definitely isn't gross, right? Oh, you know what? I just noticed he even has like the little trail that he leaves. Like if you look at his little foot back here. So the bottom part of the snail, this bit, is actually called a foot. Snails have one big foot, huh? Or sluggies too. If you look kind of back here at the end of his foot, you can see that there's like a little bit of discoloration, and I think that's transparency to show that he's leaving a snail trail. So yeah, I think that this guy is kind of perfect, right? He is kind of the main course. You're supposed to look at him by himself. He's got realistic features, but not so realistic that it's off-putting maybe and like gross. He's charming. He's knocking his little eye stalks together, banging out a tune. So yeah, I am also thinking I also think that he's perfect. I think that he is kind of adorable, huh? So yeah, I'll leave him up here in perfection. All right. The sluggy hive mind. We all love them. We all love this guy. Okay. So this is kind of a unique one compared to the rest of them, huh? This is from Docomo. I know that there were a few on the Emojipedia list that were from like a Japanese OS system. I am not sure if this is from that or if this is from something I'm just not familiar with. But yeah, this guy, let's take a look at him. So immediately, the first thing we notice is that this guy's just an outline, huh? He is just an outline of a snail. He's orange outline. He looks pretty good. I mean, he looks great on a dark background, right? He's super visible. You see him and you see, yeah, that's a snail. There he is. And then if you look at him on the yellow, yeah, I mean he's super visible. Orange, like the kind of this kind of it's kind of like a burnt orange, right? The outline color. I don't dislike it at all. I like orange a lot. It's the color my guts are, right? So I definitely have nothing opposed to orange. I do think he's kind of cute. I like his eye stalks just being kind of, they remind me of TV antennas. If you're old enough like me to remember when you had to have TV antennas on your TV so that it could pick up, the signal, that's what it reminds me of. I want to move this little guy's eye stalks around to get a better signal. And maybe he'll get colored, right? Yummy guts. No. Do not eat my guts. I need those. But yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just put him in That's a Snail. Like I said, the outline, he's receiving the signals. Right? He's getting transmissions from the mothership. I'm kind of tempted to put him in just That's a Snail. I think that he works, right? I don't know what context Docomo has as far as like, is it some kind of OS that I'm unfamiliar with? Is it a game? Is it like in some kind of device? Are all of the emojis just outlines like this? I'm not familiar with Docomo, but as far as comparing it, especially to like the other emojis that we have here, I think that he's pretty good. He's not breaking anything, obviously, colors wise. He's pretty muted with this orange, but he served his purpose of just, this is a snail emoji. So I'm kind of neutral on him. That's kind of why I'm just tempted to put him in That's a Snail. This is kind of, that's kind of the end of my opinion of him. Does anyone have anything else to say about this little guy, or do we kind of all agree? Looks like it's a cell phone service that's like US AT&T. Oh, I see. Nah, that's def a snail. Same. Okay. Opinion, that's a fish. Hmm. It's a good snail. Yeah, like it serves its purpose as just snail emoji. Almost a snail phone service. Genius. Alrighty. So the next one immediately stands out to me, right? This is a very different snail from the ones we've seen so far. So this is one, it says it's from Emoji Decks, which is another one that I'm not that familiar with. I don't, it, so let's take a look at him on a light background. This guy immediately stands out to me. He's got little blushies, little 90s clip art kind of guy. Yeah, you know what? You're right. He does kind of remind me of like Word, when you're in Microsoft Word or like Microsoft PowerPoint and you're making a PowerPoint for your class and you need like, for whatever reason, you need a snail clip art and you search snail in the clip art folder and it just comes up with this little guy and you're like, yeah, sure. Yeah, the little oval face. Yeah, he's got a little smile. He's blushing. He's looking at, to the side, kind of mischievously. He's got a light, let's see, kind of like a light pink, I would say, background, body, I mean, and a bright, shiny yellow shell. I love this one. I would die for him. 100% my favorite. Mischievous, sassy, up to something. Probably getting you flowers and soup when you are sick. Yay, Togi! Welcome back. Yes, we are ranking snails. Yeah, I also find this one pretty charming. He's very cute. Definitely playing up the cuteness factor of a snail here, Not in a bad way, in my opinion. He's got big shiny eyes. He's got big shiny shell. Very cartoony, very fun. You send this in the group chat, everyone's going, "What the heck? That's adorable." So now, when you compare it though to some of our other ones, and this is just a me thing. Obviously, sometimes we have different opinions on stuff. When you compare it to some of the other ones up here in our perfection tier or in our cute tier, you know, when you think of an emoji, I always try to think of something simple. And like, while this one is simple enough, I don't know if it captures me the same way that this, like, for example, the Windows little eye stalks capture me. Personally, I kind of think this one is cuter than this one. This one is kind of overplaying it for me. And like maybe I'm weird that way. I don't hate him for sure. I think I'm gonna keep him in the cute category. And in fact, I think I'll move him up with the little hand drawn one being next, and then this little cute pink one being after. But when I look at these guys, I think that there's just like a je ne sais quoi that these guys capture. Their simplicity, maybe not in the Telegram one, right? But these two specifically, their simplicity is charming to me. And while I get that the goal for this is a cute emoji, I'm not like as in love with them as the other ones. So I think for me personally, I'm gonna keep him in here. I definitely find him cute, but I don't find him as charming as these two, or the Telegram one with its eye stalks knocking together like that. But yeah, Hux, you feel the same way. Yeah, I don't know what it is about, especially the Windows one. It just grabs your attention, right? It's cute little eye stalks, it's round little mouth, little snoot maybe. Yeah. But yeah, let's go to the next one then. Okay. So this one, I'm gonna take a sippo real quick. Not used to talking so much. Excuse me. Okay. So this next one, this little guy, he's from Facebook. So I don't really use Facebook, but I know that there's like a Facebook Messenger and like you can, I think, put emojis in the like actual posts on Facebook. So I assume that's where this guy comes in. Let's take a look at him on a light background, which is usually what I associate with Facebook, right? It has a light background. Facebook guy is cute since, yeah, he's got a kitty face, huh? And he's got that mustache that we were talking about too. Kind of the same as the Telegram one. How it's a little bit more cartoony, right? Well, I mean, I think they're both cartoony, just in different ways. That's a snail, you think? Like, I mean, obviously it's a snail, but you think that's where you would put it? I don't know. I think he's pretty cute personally. I like, he's kind of got the same stuff that Telegram Snail has with, the ridges you can see on his shell. It's swirling up. You can see even the little kind of, if you've ever looked at a snail, they're not perfectly smooth, right? They have little ridges. It's the uwu face or owo one. Yeah. I love him, says Hux. I can now see the decision to have Gary be a cat in SpongeBob. Yeah. I want to like it. It's okay. We can all, we can have different opinions. It's okay. His little owl. Yeah. A simple green guy. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty cute, truthfully. I kind of would put him in the cute category. I don't know if, like, I don't have that high, or maybe even acceptable, like maybe somewhere in between these two. I definitely think, they weren't breaking any barriers with this one or breaking any molds, He's a regular garden variety snail, right? He's not super exciting, maybe like how the pink and blue one is, or like maybe these two are, but he's pretty dang cute in my opinion. He's got a little cute face. He's looking at you with like little eyeballs. His eye stalks, while the whole snail is like pretty realistic, I don't think it goes overboard. He's got little black eyeballs, but not, you know, they're not soulless like this guy's, right? Like, even when you put these two together, this guy has a much cuter and much kind of more carefree, more inquisitive, even more curious attitude than this guy. This guy looks like he would eat you if given the chance. You pick this guy up, he starts eating your palm, right? Or he poops on it. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. This guy, he's just a little guy. I think I want to put him. Honestly, I kind of am tempted to put him in cute. Yeah, def not an ugly rank, for sure. I like the I would eat you snail. This guy? I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess there's something for everyone, right? Like Volpic said. Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna put him in cute. We have the same eyes. For those that don't know, Guamosa is actually my older sister. She's great. I love her. Yeah, just a fun fact, I guess. Big sluggy. Yeah, sea cucumber. Anyway, let's move on to this next one. This one's kind of a unique one immediately, right? He's green. We haven't had a green snail yet. Let's see. Let's look at him on the. Oh, what? Let's look at it under a light background. Let's see. Do not eat, my sister? Hello? So, immediately, the first thing that I think of when I look at this little guy is, or the first thing that stands out is that he's really simple, right? He's green, green body, brown shell. Yeah, a nice one, huh? I think he's pretty charming. Simplest, he's very simplistic, but when, oh, I didn't even say which one he's from, right? Let's see. He is from, I have him down as HTC. I don't know what HTC is, but he's from it. He sure is. I like his swirly shell, like different from kind of these more simplistic lineless ones. He's definitely got a darker, an outline for both of them. He's got his eye stalks are only the outline of the, of the thing. Kind of similar to what was the other one that we had that had just, oh, I forgot to categorize this guy. This guy was in Q, wasn't he? Or was he in acceptable? I forgot that we already looked at this guy. Yes, they make phones like Samsung, just not big in the US market. Oh, it's a phone company. Oh, I see. I know that there were some older examples on the Emojipedia page that I was looking at. So there are some older ones in here. But yeah, I do think he's cute. He does remind me of this one in like that the eye stalk colors are the same, or the same as the outline. This one though, with the black outline, he doesn't, his eye stalks aren't as exciting. I mean, even just the brown or I'm sorry, the green here is more exciting than the black outline in my opinion. I like his colors. I like the shade of green. It's cute. I like his shell. And he's very similar shape-wise to the new Windows one, huh? They're pretty almost identical. Like if you outlined the new Windows one, it would probably look pretty similar to this. Probably the biggest thing they've done recently after getting pushed out of the market in the US, I think, is they helped Google with the Google Pixel. Oh. Interesting. I've never heard of these guys. Today we learned, though. For me, I think I'm tempted to put him in That's a Snail, because even though he has the brown, or I don't know why I keep calling green brown, they made the Vive for Valve, the VR headset. Oh. Okay. So if you chat in the VR headset, does this little guy pop up? Interesting. Can you even chat? No, because it uses a program. That sure is a snail. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm tempted to put him. He's not as charming to me as this one. Just the shape of this one is charming to me, even though he has the black eye stalks. Even though this one has green eye stalks, the shape is pretty, not exciting. He doesn't have the cute little eyeballs that the new Windows one does. He's very safe as far as like a snail emoji goes, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But he's not exciting. Yeah, he's kind of a default snail. Yeah, I think I'll put him here. I think that's a good place to put him. He's not bad, just like nothing super exciting going on with this guy. All right, I'm taking a sip again. I'm gonna run out of water at this rate. Okay. This guy, this next one in line, is from Huawei. Huawei, I'm tempted to say. I don't know if the H is pronounced Huawei. 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 Let's look at this guy under a light background. They make phones in China. Oh, that's probably why they're not very familiar to me. So immediately, you can tell this guy is way more realistic than a lot of the other ones that we've seen. He's got a mustache. You can see his little mustache. No mouth that we can see. And then he's got his foot here, but kind of a weird shaped foot here. I don't know if I would have opted to do this. Huawei. Okay. I don't know if I would have yeah, okay. I don't know if I would have opted to make him this shape. He kind of looks, he has a kind of curious expression on his face. He's looking around. He's maybe looking up at you if you were looking. Looks like he might know the answers to life, the universe, and everything. Maybe. What secrets does this snail hold, He's got kind of an interesting shell. It's kind of blocky here to me, at least from what I can tell. He's got you can see the ridges on his shell going around. He is a brown snail, kind of garden variety snail. Nothing super exciting for me. This guy, I don't really have a lot to say about him. I think he would be probably under acceptable for me. He's not super exciting. Very safe, He's sort of ugly cute, like they cancel each other out. Yeah, kind of like the expression that he has, the eye stalks being like kind of just an average little guy. Yeah. He's kind of like he's got like a cute expression on his face. He's got the little mustache. He's not very interesting, but he does serve the purpose of being a snail emoji. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if he's on the same tier for me as these two. I'm kind of tempted to put him in That's a Snail. Because he's not ugly. He's just kind of average, yeah. He's kind of like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm a snail. I'm a snail emoji. You typed snail emoji and I came up. The next image, is an IRL snail. This is an actual picture of a snail donated to me by Toge. He does his little snail emoji 9 to 5, then punches out. Exactly. The snail goes home to his children. But yeah, this is an IRL snail. This is just a literal picture of a snail. So he's not an emoji. Half of the shift is getting to work. Yeah, it takes him a long time to get there. He's not schmoovin' like this guy, huh? Yeah, the IRL snail was more of a joke than anything else. I think he's kind of cute. I don't know how he would do as far as like an actual emoji would go. Let's look at him under a light background here. If this was a snail if this was an emoji, let's see. He's pretty visible. Honestly, he's not good. He's not bad for an emoji. Like if I typed the snail emoji in my phone and this little guy popped up, he's not a bad emoji. Like his position, he reads as a snail. You see his eye stalks, you see his shell. Obviously, maybe I would if GeoCities made a phone, that would be their snail emoji. The real life snail would be this GeoCities emoji. I honestly want to put him in acceptable. I think that he's like, if this popped up, when I was putting in a snail emoji, I don't think he's bad. He reads as a snail, he maybe is obviously a little too realistic. I feel like it'd be a bit hard to tell, but seeing the shell helps out. Maybe. I don't think he's bad at all. Truthfully, like I think that if we simplified him and maybe like drew over him and still kept kind of the realism but simplified his shape a little bit, I think that he would be a pretty good dang emoji. Personally. I want to put him in acceptable. I think he's just good. I think that he would be a fine emoji. But he's not. He's on his way to be a little snail, doing snail things, snail work. Okay. The next guy, very happy snail. Another green guy with little spots. This guy is from Joy Pixels. Another thing I'm not very familiar with. I'm not sure what Joy Pixels is. I do enjoy this one. Yeah. I feel like there was something. You know what? If you are on if you've ever so this is a kind of weird thing. I have a snail emoji in my Twitter name, and I've seen this snail before because if you've ever been on the Switch and you've sent a photo or a video to your Twitter, it'll come up with like your Twitter username. And since I have a snail emoji in my Twitter name, this is the little emoji that pops up on the Switch. So I don't know if the Switch just uses Joy Pixels. Like, I don't know if that's an OS. I don't know what exactly that is. But it's definitely, I've seen this little guy before. Let's look at him under a microscope. No, under on a light background. He reads for sure on a light background, yeah. I like the green. I think it's a very pretty green that he is, his body. You know what his eyes remind me of? Have you ever seen, especially when I was a kid, if I would go like trick or treating, or those like silly things you can get out of those like gotcha machines at like certain restaurants and stuff? Yes! Yes, Guamosa hit the nail on the head. Have you guys ever seen these? They're like little, um, they're like eyeballs, but you like put them through, like, it's almost like a ring. So you put them on your hands, and it looks like your hand has eyeballs. Do you know what I'm talking about? I know Guamosa knows what I'm talking about. He makes me think of an old low budget direct to VHS movie, like VeggieTales animation era. Yeah, he does kind of look like a VeggieTales character. Maybe he came after the VeggieTales vegetables. I don't know. Okay. Huxley maybe a little too baby. Hold on. If I make a new Firefox window, will it switch to the window I have active? Let's see. Or will it just keep on this window? It looks like it just keeps on the window I have active. Let's see. No, links don't work in chat right now. I am wary of the bots. It's okay. You're good. It just comes up as little asterisks. You're good. Eyeball hand ring thing. Yes, these things. Oh, but not the ring versions. Hold on. These. Can you see this? Yeah. These guys. These were super popular in the like aughts. They used to be given out. I especially remember in like if you've ever been trick or treating, or like if you went trick or treating in the aughts or like late 90s maybe, they would give these out, and yeah, in the 90s, yeah, for sure. When we were kids, they would give them out like when you're trick or treating. It's just like a funny thing, kind of like the spider, if you've ever seen like the spider rings too. Kind of that same era of like silly thing. But like how these little girls have them. You never experienced these? Yeah, the spider rings. Yeah, it's just the same kind of gag toy, you know. You can make a little mouth, yeah. I was trying to see if there was a picture of somebody making a little mouth with them. I don't remember them being just like so little too, but I guess that's just a factor of me growing up. Let's see, googly eye ring. Googly eye finger puppet rings. Yeah, this. Oh, where'd it go? I saw it and then it disappeared. Here it is. Okay, this. This. This is like a big one. But this is the idea. You would put them on your, like, usually your middle finger or pointer finger, and then you would make a mouth with your hand, and it would look like a little puppet. Yeah, they're super cute. But yeah, that's just a long-winded way to say that that's what this guy reminds me of. His eyeballs remind me of those googly eye rings. In that way, he's kind of nostalgic for me, but he's also pretty cute in general, right? Like he's kind of charming in how like simplistic he is. I like his little spots. I like his brown body. I like his little smile. He's lineless, so he doesn't have any border or outline. He uses pretty limited lines. I think this guy is cute. I kind of want to put him up here. I'm almost tempted to put him in perfection because I do like the simplicity of him more than I like these guys. It may also be a bit of bias, like I said, with the nostalgia with his little eyeballs. But yeah, looks like they're sometimes called finger spies. What, the little mouth puppet or hand puppet things? That's such a weird. Why spies? I guess because they're spying. Because they're looking at you. Finger spies. Huh. Interesting. Well, either way, I like this little guy. I think he's pretty good. He's pretty dang good in my opinion. I'm gonna take a sippa. Oh gosh, we've been going for 2 hours. Holy moly. I thought this was going to be like max an hour and a half stream. Well, we'll just keep going until we're done with the snails, I guess, and then call it. I'm surprised. I don't think I've ever talked this long. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so next in line, we got this little guy. This guy, let's see where he's from. LG. LG made this one. Let's look at him on a light background. You know what this guy immediately reminds me of? So he has a pink body, yellow shell. He immediately reminds me, his colors remind me of a mystery snail. Have you guys ever seen a mystery snail? It's a specific type of snail. If you're not a weirdo like me, you may not have heard of them. So a golden mystery snail is pink with a yellow shell. He looks like he has a piece of bread on him. Oh, instead of his shell? I could see that. I definitely could see that. Gold. Let's see if I can get a good picture of a mystery snail. I don't think he's necessarily supposed to be based off a mystery snail, but when I see the pink and yellow, that's what it reminds me of. I think this one's pretty good. This is a mystery snail. A gold mystery snail, specifically. He looks like he has a concha. Yeah, I could see that. But this is what the colors remind me of. This, you can't sort of, it's a little hard to tell. But yeah, this is a mystery snail, a gold one specifically. They have a pink body and a gold shell. A lot of mystery snails, there's a lot of mystery snails that are different colors, but this one in particular I had when I was in school. When I was in school, I was in a environmental science program, and as part of it, we got to keep a terrarium, and we had mystery snails, gold mystery snails, in the terrarium. And so whenever I see this combination on a snail, it's what it reminds me of. I don't think that's what the thought process was. I kind of think they were just going for snail-ish colors. I think personally, I'm tempted to put him in That's a Snail because even though I like the colors of him, he's not very exciting, is he? He's got like Lamosa was saying, his shell is kind of flat. It looks more like a concha. It looks kind of like a piece of bread. Gonna run to lunch. Hope to be back by the time you get to the little black and white fella. Okay, no problem. I hope you have a good lunch. And if if you don't, it's okay. Like I said, I'm going to end up editing the VOD because of what happened earlier, but we'll fix it. It's okay. Default snail energy. Yeah, he's kind of a default, right? They kind of were like, somebody, we need a snail emoji, and then a guy whipped this up real fast. And they said, good enough. Bye! So yeah, I think that I'm gonna put him in That's a Snail. That's certainly a snail you drew. Okay. Next up, now talk about a bread shell, huh? This guy's shell looks like a cinnamon roll to me. Look at this. Oh, he's got little eyeballs. Weird. Little red eyeballs. Huh. Suddenly I like him a little less than I did. Yes, I'm still here, YouTube. Please. But yeah, I kind of liked him more before I looked at him under a light background. Because those red eyes are not great, huh? Yeah, I kind of hate him. You know what he reminds me of also? Like, other than he does definitely remind me of a cinnamon roll, but then the yellow coming out of him, he reminds me of, have you ever had like a yellow, like a lemon jelly filled donut? This guy is bread coated. This guy is sweets coated specifically. So I think he's going to go under ugly only because of the red eyes and the weird shell. Just weird choices all around on this guy, I feel like. It's unfortunate because I want to like him. Like, I don't necessarily hate the cinnamon roll shell, but the red eyes and then the bright yellow body, and I like yellow, but just weird choices were made with this one, and I don't know if I like it. Okay. This guy. So here's the next one. This guy is from Firefox, Mozilla. So he's pink. Let's look at that under on a lighter background. I really like his kind of magenta, fuchsia, whatever you want to call it, bright pink, hot pink body. I think that's pretty cute, huh? I like his shape too. I like his teeny head. He's got like a little head. This one has somewhere to be. What makes you say that? That's so interesting. Does it look like he's moving? I guess I could see that. Yeah, he's stretched out like he's moving. Yeah, I could see that. He's like maybe climbing something or he's looking around, waiting to see where his next move is, what his next move is going to be. I could definitely see that. I like his colors a lot. Um, the simplicity of his shell is interesting to me because they chose kind of a, how do I describe this? Like it's not circular, huh? It's not like a very perfect circle-y shell. It's kind of longer and kind of more realistic maybe to how a shell may look or on certain snails. It's certainly interesting. And for example, you look at that next to just like for example this one, how the shell, this is a very circular shell. This one's more like a oblong, huh? I like that personally. I think it shows, this is a different shell. This isn't our garden variety snail, huh? Maybe this guy is a ocean snail. If they used this kind of shell on this guy, for example, it would have played up the mystery snail shape. Reminds me of the golden ratio drawing. I know what you mean with the curve. The curve is kind of this shape, huh? It's like longer at the start of it, and then it curls tighter. I like him. I like the colors. I like this pink. I like this kind of more muted brown to complement the pink. I like that, like Abra said, it does kind of look like he's moving. He's kind of stretching his little body out. Even if he's not, even if you don't read it that way, I like his little head. His little head compared to his kind of bigger midsection. I think he's pretty charming. I kind of want to put him in perfection, truthfully. Either in perfection or cute. I don't know. He kind of reads similar to this one to me, like shape-wise. And I do like that. He looks like a curious critter looking out at the world around. Yeah. He's kind of looking around. He's looking at where he's going. I think I want to put him in cute. I think maybe like here. Kind of similar to this one vibes-wise, huh? In fact, these two look like they would be friends. They're buddies. Yeah. I think I'm happy with that. Okay. Next we got this one. This is Samsung. This is the one that my partner sent me, that Abra sent me. Because she realized that I didn't have it on the list. Unfortunately, he's not transparent, but it's okay. We can't see him on a dark background then, but it's okay. We can still analyze him, right? Let's look at him. His eye stalks are interesting, right? They're short. I love this little dude, huh? Yeah, he's pretty cute. I like his little eye stalks. They're kind of shorter than a lot of the other examples of snails we've seen, right? His tiny eyes. Yeah, and they kind of go in opposite directions. He's kind of looking both ways a little bit, huh? It's charming in that way, huh? It's cute. He's kind of derpy. Do people still say derpy? Is that still a thing? Even if not, he's kind of derpy. I do like his wavy foot. You can see his foot is like the kind of waviness. It's not straight and it's not, smooth across, kind of how a lot of these guys are. Kind of like this one. Kind of like the PlayStation one, right? He is derpy, and I def still say it. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me. He also has a kind of interesting shell. kind of oblong, like how we were talking about the last one. It reminds me more of a horn shape. Like this reminds me of like a French horn to me. Maybe that's just me though. And then he's got little spots on his shell. That's pretty cute. I think this guy's pretty dang cute. Congratulations on your debut. Thank you, Dianork. I really appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out. Welcome to the stream. If you just got here. We're analyzing snail emojis and seeing which ones are the cooler ones or the cuter ones. And which ones are kind of rank, truthfully. This is the one we're on right now, the Samsung snail. Samsung. Oh, hey, a friend invited me to your stream. I like your content. Figured I'd hit you with a follow. Thank you. Welcome. Good luck on your stream adventures. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out. Even the derpy ones are cute. It's true. Thank you so much for hanging out, you guys. I really appreciate it. Hux, my boy. I'm glad that we're seeing some folks trickling in. I know that we've been going for a minute, so I really appreciate folks stopping by. Thank you. We're almost done. We're almost done with the snail rankings, ranking of snails, ranking of kings. Except it's ranking of snails. I'd watch that. But yeah, I think I want to put this up here in cute with these guys. Truthfully, I think I want to put him like... I kind of think he beats out the little simple hand-drawn one, huh? Because as cute as this one is, there's just something charming about this one's eye stalks, and then I like his wavy feet, his wavy foot. Thank you so much for the recommendation, Vulpix. I really appreciate that. So I think he'll be up here with the rest of the cute guys. All right. Snails are all cute. It's true. It's hard for me to consider a snail like bad. The ones that are down here in ugly, you know, even those guys have some merits to them, huh? Like this guy, we liked his pixel form. Like his actual outline is pretty good. But why is he red, right? Like, that's such a terrible decision. Yes, they can be eaten. It's true. They sure can be. I have eaten snails before. I mean, as a sea angel, right? I eat snails. That's my main meal. They're very squishy. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, huh? This next one makes me laugh a little bit. He looks like he's going, woo! This guy's having he's so happy. He's having a great time. This guy just experienced, like, the coolest fucking shit. Let's see. This guy is from Twitter 2? Why do I have him down as Twitter 2? I wonder if Twitter had a, like, older version. Because as we know, this is the purple and gold one up here is Twitter. But this one I have listed down as Twitter as well. Wow! Yeah! Reminds me of Turbo. Yeah, I could see that. This guy's going fast, right? Somebody put this guy on a roller skate and he's, like, fucking zooming. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just having a great time. Let's look at them. Let's look at him under a light. He's on top of a race car. This guy hitched a ride on one of Owen's cars. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Owen Eon. He was in chat a little while ago. I think he's busy though with work. He's great. He's the Sparkly Catboy Racer. You should definitely check him out, especially if you like racing or F1. Gotta go fast, fast, fast. Heck yeah. But yeah, this little guy, he makes me laugh with his expression. But let's look at the rest of him, huh? So his shell is rigid. It's ridged, just kind of like the telegram snail up here, and this guy. He's got a mustache. Mustache is present. He's got a funny little mouth. He's human. He's definitely got texture on his foot as well. Maybe kind of hard to see for you guys, but it's kind of ridged, kind of like this one. The ones with mouth tentacles are always cuter. I kind of agree. I think that the ones with mouth tentacles are some of my favorites for sure. I don't know what context this guy is used in. Like I said, I'm not sure in what context on Twitter. Like this guy. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. So if you're on Twitter and so like say you're editing a photo, like through the Twitter editor, you can have stickers, and in there's a sticker of this snail. I remember now. That's what this guy is from. So like emoji wise, this is the Twitter emoji. But when you're using it as a sticker, this guy is the one that pops up. So in that context, it makes it a little different, right? Like if this was just like in line with some text, maybe I wouldn't be able to tell what the heck was going on here because he's so detailed. But when you're using it on top of a sticker or on top of a photo as a sticker, it kind of gives it a different context. And I feel like he's pretty good in that case. He's kind of similar to the telegram snail, right? In that context, where he's kind of given the starring role in a way, like in the context that he is in. He's kind of meant to be looked at up close and kind of static for a moment. I kind of want to put him in cute, truthfully. I think he's pretty adorable. I like his expression. I think he's so funny. He's got the weird ridged snail shell. Well, it's not weird, right? That's pretty common in snail shells, but it's noticeable. You can see that. He's got the little mustache. I think he's pretty cute. I wish his colors were different. I feel like a lot of these guys, these emoji makers, kind of go with the like garden snail kind of species. And while it's safe, it's recognizable, it's not very exciting, huh? I wish that he maybe had different colors. Or, even his shell. I wish his shell was a different color. Because a lot of snails, even with those, ridges, along those ridges, they can have different colors on them. So even if they wanted to keep it brown, they could have gone with a more exciting color, huh? So that's my opinion. He's definitely not my favorite, but he's up there. He's very cute. Okay, next one. This is an all green guy. This one reminds me of a frog more than a snail. This one is from Icons 8. I'm not sure, again, what context that's in. I know that there were a few, like I said, in here that were like Japan phones or Japan OSs. So maybe he's one of those. He is very green. Yeah, he is really green. Let's take a look at him under a lighter background here. So I think he reads as a snail regardless of the background. I don't know about the green. I like green. I like pretty much all colors. That's something to know about me. There's not a color that I'm like, that sucks, Even greens are like, there's such a wide variety of greens. Even like the kind of weirder greens I enjoy. There's a lot of fun green shades. And I do like these colors, but I don't know if I would have used them for a snail. Maybe I would have used it for the shell, like we were talking about more exciting shell colors. I think I probably would have gone with a green shell. I think that's really cool. He is in fact a green snail. Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to put him in that's a snail, right? Like if this popped up when I typed the snail emoji, I wouldn't be necessarily like gross, or like that sucks. Maybe with like this guy. But I would be like, huh, green is a weird option, like all green snail. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that a lot of people I like the shell pattern. Me too. I like the green shell. I think that they should have kept the green shell and gone with a different color for the body. I think that they kind of wasted potential a little bit by giving him more contrast. Because the green shell we haven't seen at all, right? We haven't seen a green shell in any of these. We see mostly brown. There's some yellows in here, right? And then there's our special little, our pink and blue one that we really liked, right? So the green shell is really unique and fun, but then the green body kind of wastes it, I feel like. So I think I'm gonna put him in That's a Snail. I think they had a lot of, I like even like the structure of the snail, the drawing, like the actual illustration, right? I enjoy it, but I think that they should have gone with a different color for the body. I think it's kind of a waste. I would definitely put him like probably here-ish in my like list. Yeah, probably like here, with this one being better and these ones being less good. Like I kind of want to, let's see, let's organize them a little. Like I think I like this. I think like this. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I love the green shell, but it's kind of sad that they went with the green body. Could have been way more unique. Okay. All right, so this next guy, we're getting there, huh? I don't know if Guamosa will be back in time for the black and white one, but we do have his brother. If you haven't noticed, these two are siblings, huh? But either way, the VOD will be up. I will edit it and before I put it on YouTube. But yeah, let's talk about this guy. So this guy, this is Joy Pixels 2. So this guy we said was Joy Pixels, like was part of Joy Pixels. This guy's Joy Pixels 2. I don't know what that means as far as like made it! Yay! Welcome back, Gomosa! Yay! I'm so happy you could make it. I was just saying, I don't know if Gomosa will make it back. I'm happy you made it back though. Thank you for taking the time to, making the effort to come back. That's really, really, that means a lot to me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So let's look at this guy under a light background. Oh, he gets lost immediately under orange, but orange background's not very typical. So let's look at him under a more white, a yellowy, right? It's like a keyboard system, so it switches keyboard for posting that brings these snails along. Interesting. So like this one is like not when you're not typing, and then this one when you're typing? Is that what you mean? Because this one I've definitely seen in the Switch. This one I've not seen. Does Nintendo make these, I wonder? Or if I wonder if it has to do with like the screens that they use or the OS that they use. Either way, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, so let's look at this guy. He's got a dark brown shell. That's kind of interesting. We've seen that before in this guy, right? Or like our Windows friends. Yeah, IDK. Oh, hey, Trail! I'm so happy you could make it. Welcome. We're analyzing snail emojis and debating which one sucks and which one's good. Yeah, IDK about the second guy, but Joy Pixels is an emoji set you can get for digital keyboards. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So, yeah, he's got little spots on him. It's kind of hard to see unless you get up close, but he's got a kind of gradient going down, and then he's got little spots. He's got the ridge shell. He's got the little mustache, right? And he's got little eye stalks. This guy actually reminds me a lot of the Telegram one, shape-wise, right? They could be brothers. They could be siblings. I kind of wish they'd use different colors again. Like, we keep talking about the different colors and what they mean, and as far as like in the context that they are used, like these emojis, which ones may be better or worse. These guys again played it pretty safe as far as colors go, but he's not bad. I'm tempted to put him in acceptable just because he's a little more muted, especially. I like the Mr. Krabs eyes. Yeah, this guy kind of has. I guess you could call them Mr. Krabs eyes. They do end in like a little circly, like a little bulb, huh? Default snail, but improved by good proportions and tentacles. Could be improved with better color values. Yeah, that's a good summary of my. Oh, the upcoming two. Oh, yes. I see what you mean now, yeah. Was taking a sippa, excuse me. Yeah, I definitely agree with that summary, Abra. I think that he's not bad for sure. Like, if I got this when I was getting, if I typed a snail emoji, I wouldn't be necessarily disappointed or like disgusted or anything. He's just not very exciting. I would probably put him on par with the newer Windows emoji, where it's like not bad, could be improved upon. I like his little mustache. I like his ridgy shell, I mean. Perfectly average, yeah. Definitely. Like, he's acceptable, I would say. Okay, now the little black and white fella. So, as you can tell, these two are friends. These two are from the same system. This guy's animated, though. So, the black and white one is from. So, both of them are from Noto, which is, I know it's a Japanese OS that they use on their phones. Noto, the black and white one is, I believe is it called Unicode? Where they're only in black and white. And so that's why he's only black and white. I like the little black and white one. Yeah. That's kind of what Mika is based off of, the moving one. Yeah. I could see that for sure. Mika does look like these guys. There's a lot to love about these guys. I really like them, right? First off, they have a little kitty mouth, right? They have a little, a little three mouth. They have these little thingies, which are a stylized version of the little mustache. So these guys saw the mustache and was like, we can cutify this. And they honestly knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. These two are so cute. Their eye stalks are cute with the little dot eyes. The shell, so they did a really good job with the Unicode one, with it being, these guys make me think of wolf snails. Yeah, I guess I could see that, yeah. Both of them are super charming, and the translation between the color and black and white one are so well done. Yes. I'm not sure which one came first. Either way, though, they're so cute. They're so well done. They translate so well. The outline translates really well into the lineless version. Their colors are super cute. This, like, even the browns are like a very saturated brown, so they're exciting. They're fun. Our eyes like them. Our monkey brains are like, nice. Wolf snails have those bigger slappies. Slappies? And use them to smack the ground when hunting. Mr. Krabs Eyes and Cat Mouse. These are A tier. I agree. I think these guys definitely belong up here. Both of them. I personally really like the moving one, the GIF. His little mouth opening, I think, is what does it for me. His little kitty mouth. I love his colors. I love the colors that they chose for him. I like his little eye stalks moving around. I like his little pupils, or I guess his little eyeballs. You know? I think that these guys are like perfect. I don't think that there is a way to improve on these guys. I would put them probably up here, with this one being slightly in front for me, and actually in front of the Twitter one. I think these are my favorite. He looks so full of wonder. Yeah. He's looking around, he's got his mouth open, he's delighted at, like, you know, what he's seeing. He's got his little whiskers, his little mustache. The Slappy's name is Oral Lappets. You're gonna have to show me. I'm not really sure I'm familiar with what you mean by Slappies. We'll look at that later. Or I'll Google it maybe and see if I can find some info on it. Maybe we can look at that next stream. Slappies are better. Yeah. Oh. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Can I show this in OBS without it being too weird about it? The answer may surprise you. Hold on. We'll show this, I promise. Window capture. Snip. Okay. Snipping tool. Okay. Yeah. This is what Abracadabra was talking about. This is a wolf snail. Thanks for your patience, guys, by the way. I'm still kind of learning how OBS works. But yeah, so this is a wolf snail, and so Abra was saying that they kind of like knock their like, I guess they're kind of tentacles on the ground when they're hunting. Is that right? Yeah, if I recall correctly, I'm not a snail person here, lol. It's true. I guess I'm the snail person, the snurson here. I understand why slappies. Yeah, cute. Kind of advanced Gary maneuvers here. Gary knocked his eye stalks together. This fellow knocks his little tentacles, which are, as you can tell, they're different from, like. So let me look at it. They're different from their these are their mustaches, right? This is what we were calling as like the mustache. And then these are separate from that. So that's kind of interesting. They have a second set of tentacles. I call them tentacles. Obviously, they're called tentacles. Yep, why I guess the slappers are called oral lappets. I was like, they gotta have a name. Oral lappets is a terrible, not exciting name though. I guess they have like they have whiskers. They have like a second set of tentacles. Very funny. I like them though. I like that a lot. Okay. But yeah, I think that these guys are definitely my favorite out of the whole batch. They're so cute, so charismatic, so funny. They definitely belong up here in perfection. I wouldn't change a thing about them. Sideburns, yeah. Mutton chops. All right, we're down to 2, the last 2. Exciting. Okay. So this guy is next. These 2 are moving too, so that's exciting. 2 gifts. So this is a green body, yellow shell. So kind of different from what we've seen before. The Joy Pixel one up here is like that. But this guy is much different, huh? This guy, I like the way he moves. He's stretching out his little head, and he's moving his foot. You can see the movement. He's got little white specks all along his body, and then he's got a very cute shell, curls in real tight. Green guy is schmoovin', though it looks like he stepped in something gross. Do you mean like when he kind of undulates and you see the little white specks? Them Ribians TM mutton chops, yeah! Ribians is a wolf snail coated is what we're getting, I guess. He's got freckles. He's moving. When he arches. Okay, so yeah, when he arches, let's see if I can tell. I guess you can sort of see like a white, like those white speckles. I assumed they were the same white speckles that he has up here. But I guess I could see what you mean. I wish that I really like his body. The body is definitely, the way it's moving, the way they animated it, it looks really cute. Ravens is now a space snail catwork, question mark? He'll be like, what the heck, if you say that in his chat. I mean, like when you step on a cold puddle you're not expecting and go, ugh. Oh, so he's kind of like retracting, like when a cat is scared, is what you mean? When there are back arches and they're like, ugh. Cassie will do that. My kitty cat will do that when she's excited and playing. That's hilarious. That's a great mental image though, with a snail. I really like his body. I wish the shell was a little different. I don't love the cell shading that they did here with the like super, like, you know, the lighter and then the darker down here. I think that it needed more contrast. Yeah, you step on a wet spot of carpet and aren't expecting it. I see, I see. I don't hate him at all. Like, I think he's really cute. Like I said, I like the way he moves. I think they did a good job animating him. I would probably put him in cute tier. Probably like, where would I put him? I think I like him more than these two, but less than these guys. I think this is where he goes, yeah. I definitely don't dislike him, but the shell is weird to me. Yeah, it's a little harsh compared to the flat snail. Yeah, I think exactly Trail. I think it's a bit too much contrast. Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Like his body is flat, other than the like it's flat colored, right? Other than the white specklies, but then his shell has all of this dimension. It has the really harsh white or lighter color on the top of it, and then the darker shade on the bottom, and normally that would be fine, but compared to the very flat moving snail, either they needed to flatten the shell, like flat color it, I mean, or shade a little more on the snail, give him a little more snail, cell shading on the snail itself. I would agree with that a lot, Trail. I think that is exactly what I was trying to say. It's not bad at all, but I feel like they were like, oh, the snail is moving. That's hard to shade. Well, it doesn't need to be, if you were going to shade, I feel like they couldn't commit, right? They were like, do we shade him or not? I feel like if they had kind of committed to the same level as our friend up here, he's completely flat almost, right? It's only, the thing that gives him depth is the dark brown used for the actual swirl. And then these very minor highlight on the top of his shell. But it's not enough to, he doesn't have highlights in the middle, like how this guy does. Like he has a lot of highlights going down into the swirl of the shell. Okay, give me a few days to finish it. We need it tonight. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. Like they started animating the body and they were like, yeah, this is looking really good, and then they were like, oh, we need the deadline moved up, and so they like slapped a shell on it, and then didn't bother shading the body to match it. You know, that's exactly what it feels like. Did we say what this guy was from? Let's see. Oh, well, it's from Skype. So maybe it's all true. I mean, Skype doesn't have a very great track record, right? Snail deadlines are ironically too fast. Yeah. Skype night tracks. Yeah, now that I don't, or now that I saw it's from Skype, yeah. Yeah. That's that's pretty ironic, truthfully. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Now this last guy, he is schmoovin' also. As you can tell, he is similar, if not exactly, like our Windows friend here. And that's because this guy is from Microsoft Teams. So if you use Microsoft Teams, I use Microsoft Teams for my day job. You've seen they have animated emojis. So this is, I guess, why they decided to update the Windows emojis and got rid of this perfect little guy for this kind of weirdly styled one. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like it. I like it more than the static version of it, right? Like, this is much more charming. I love the way he's, like, schmoovin'. He's dancing, yeah. He's, like, hanging out. He's, like, doing a little dance. He's definitely more charming to me than his static counterpart. I still... He feels like a Pixar guy. He's, like, made of balloons, yeah. He looks like you could, like, squish him. Very squish. Fall Guy. Fall Guy's ass snail. Yeah, and I think that that lends itself, or this kind of style, right? Like these kind of soft shading that they use for him. It's obviously that I think that this was made in a 3D program and then translated into a 2D GIF, right? Balloon animal, squeaky. Yeah, he looks cute. I like him much more than this guy, than his pixel, or you know, his static counterpart, his flat counterpart, I guess. Not that, again, not that this guy is bad, but there's just something charming, more charming about him being soft shaded and he looks squishy and you want to squish him. You just want to squish him. Looks like you could squish him and he would be totally unharmed. The snail isn't sticky, but it has static electricity from all of the balloons he's made out of. Exactly. TBH, to me, it looks kind of 3D and it freaks me out. Oh, you don't like the 3D effect on him? That's interesting. I wonder what makes him... what makes you feel freaked out by it? That's really interesting. Because we find it really charming and cute. Not that I'm not calling you out, Hux. It's just interesting to me that you have a different perception. Scary. Oh. I don't know. Okay, that's alright. It is totally 100% 3D rendered. Yes, I would agree. It was definitely made in a 3D program and then kind of adapted to be a GIF, right? Cielo wishes to study you. I wish to hold you gently. And perhaps under a microscope. Yes, it is 3D for sure. I love it, but I kind of get what his means. It reminds me of the Corpo 3D style in a way. Cielo will put Hux on a little slide. Yes, exactly. I will put him on a slide and flatten him with a piece of glass, and then gently slide him under a microscope. Oh, I see. I kind of get what Hux means. It reminds me of the Corpo 3D style. Okay. Ooh, not under the microscope, but you're so small. How else am I supposed to look at you? It's okay, you're so small, the glass doesn't squish you. There'll also be some water to pad you. It's okay. Hux, have you ever looked at anything under a microscope? POV, you are Hux. Yes, cells. Yeah. So you know you put a drop of water on a slide? There was a 3D animated commercial for, I want to say Uber Eats or something similar that everyone hated, and it was like this style. Okay. I guess I could see that. You know what it kind of feels like? Have you ever been in Photoshop and you go to the filters, and maybe you're not very familiar with Photoshop, or maybe you've watched somebody do this, or witnessed this from a corpo, right? Where they are like, oh, we need to make this more interesting, this image, that maybe is an icon, or just something that is flat usually, and they go over to the filters and they just hit bevel, and it's like you didn't need to bevel it. Or because the beveling that is done by the computer is not great, huh? Yummy water. Yeah. I personally love the snail. Yeah. But yeah, I could definitely see like maybe the shading feels like it was done by the computer, or maybe the beveling. You know what I mean? Apparently it's called Corporate Memphis. This snail is tearing this VTubers community apart. You'll never guess why. Click here now. Thank you. Now I have a title for the YouTube version of this VOD. But yeah, I personally don't dislike it. No, Hux, it's a joke. It's a joke. Secret Corpo Snail. Oh no. This snail is a fed, is what it sounds like. He's cute, but underneath, he's a fed. Ah, Corporate Memphis. I think for this snail in particular, it's okay. I also like this snail. I think he's charming. I like the way he's dancing. I think that he definitely feels made of rubber, or like a balloon. This snail is not a cop. I knew he was a part of the government. This snail steals your information. This snail just gets a paycheck from big business, but he's still cool. I think it's less Memphis-y because he's on his own, as opposed to like in a scene. I see. He doesn't know the sniper's name. The snail gets his paycheck from big business. Which was the one that we said was going to work? Which one was it? There was a snail that we were like, oh, this guy has a wife and kids. Or at the top of an article that's like, I made 1 million in 5 months, and here's how you can too. First, I got a loan from my parents for $3,000, and then I invested it. Yeah, Guamosa and I on the same wavelength. And then it's like, my dad gave me $500,000 and I invested it for a month in something really obvious. I think it was the green and brown that's a snail guy. The green and brown that's a snail guy. This guy. Yeah. Yeah, these guys both have a wife and kids at home. This snail like sold off a big business decades ago, and it's just casually coasting on residuals. This guy vacations in Florida. We're class warring this snail. Okay, well, all of that said, I kind of still like him physically. Like, he's cute. This snail still wears the corpo clothes, but just kind of golfs and fishes all day. This snail calls his utilities company and wants to get off of the energy assistance charges, because if he didn't have any help when he was, an adult, a working adult, then why should anyone else? Like in a kind of boring but harmless kind of vibe. A cute snail, yeah. I like him. I don't know about all that. I definitely see what you guys mean, though, like with the corpo vibe. I still think he's kind of perfect, though. I think that he's squishy, he's dancy, he's got a good personality. I like him despite his flaws, yeah. This is a well-groomed snail. This snail, you know what it is? This snail was like analyzed in a computer to be perfectly what's the word? Like he's perfectly synthesized to appeal to the masses. Do you know what I mean? Like they analyze like 1800 snail emojis and like people who like snails or like snail forums and came up synthesized the perfect snail emoji. The snail has very well kept appearance, like perfectly parted hair, ironed clothes, etc. His vibe is so good. I also like his vibe. I very like him. Maybe Hux is the one. Yeah, Hux doesn't trust him. Hux is the only one here that would like not get scammed maybe by this snail. Harmless even, yeah. I still kind of think he's perfection. The perfect snail, yeah, perfectly synthesized, made to appeal to the most amount of people. I know his secrets. Absolutely harmless, couldn't lie to save his life. I don't know. You know, Hux has got me second guessing his, like, you know, does this snail have bad intentions? A Trojan horse snail, we're all gonna wheel him in while Hux is like, no! Hux is the only one with, like, he's the only one not charmed by the snail's cool seductions. His soft, rendered body. Either way, though, I think this is our tier list. I think this is the final tier list. I think for better or for worse, this is it. Maybe it's like that thing where we end up suspecting him of being devious, but the secret turns out to be harmless. Maybe. Maybe it was all a ruse. Maybe it was all a ruse and he's here to introduce us to his evil twin brother. His flatter evil twin brother. Like his huge secret is just that he collects baseball cards. Wolf Snail from a thing I forgot is our winner. Yes. Yes. He is from let me double check. Noto. Noto, which I believe is a Japanese company for like Japanese phones. And yes, I think that he is the winner. He is perfect. This is the perfect snail emoji. Everyone else go home. You know, you tried. Noto snail, yeah. Trail, are you are you familiar with Noto? Because we said that he's perfect, and I would agree. I think that he is absolute perfection. But yeah, I mean, that's all. So I did not expect this to last 3 hours. I thought I would be done an hour and a half ago. I was expecting an hour and a half stream out of this. So I cannot believe that we ended up going for 3 hours talking about our snail friends here. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope we have a lot. Welcome to streaming. Yeah. Happy debut. Thank you. Perfect Mr. Krabs cat snail. Snail facts. Snacks. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And thank you guys. Aw. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you guys being here to... thank you! Even though I almost doxed myself earlier. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hold on. We need to figure out who to raid now. I thought that I would be done so much earlier that everybody's done now. I need to figure out now who can we raid. Let's go to Twitch and hope something doesn't autoplay. Okay, I stopped it. Let's see, who's streaming? Let's Let's see if there's any sea creature friends again. That are live. Let's see. CieloSlug Saturday. Some folks were apparently Saturday is CieloSlug Saturday. It's pretty sparse right now, alas. Yeah. Raid Hux's offline channel. Sea Creature Raid Train. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Let's see. This person is doing art. Let's read this person. They're doing art. That could be fun, right? We like art in this house. In our house, we like art. Okay, this is my first time rating someone. But I looked it up. I Googled it, so I wouldn't be completely clueless. I like that it gives me a message, too, when I start typing. Like, oh, follow the rules here. Like, I wrote it. I wrote the rules. Silly Twitch. Okay. All right, I got that ready. So yeah, again, thank you again so much for joining. Let's go to the bye-bye screen. Yay! Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I will stream again soon. I don't know right now what my schedule is gonna be because it kind of depends on when I have spoons. My day job kind of kicks my ass a lot of the time, but I will try whenever I have, you know, the next time I think I'm gonna be able to I'm sorry. The next time I'm able to stream, I will tweet it. I will post on Tumblr. I do have a Tumblr. I have a Twitter. I have a Discord. Well, a Discord username. You can always let me know if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions. Next time we're probably going to do a game, so that'll be exciting. But let's go ahead and I'm going to send you guys over to, oh, this person has raids off, actually. I cannot raid them. Oh, dang. Okay. Then we will find a different one. Let's do this person then. Let's see if this one allows raiding. We're doing it live, y'all. Scuff and all. Okay. Does this person? No, it says that they don't allow raids. No, slug friends. Why don't you allow raids? We're gonna have to find some more people. Show 5 more channels. Who are we raiding today? Does anyone have any suggestions? Maybe I'll just go to the art tag. Oh, Tipanya. I know Tipanya. Let's do Tipanya. I don't think I've ever watched any of Tipa's streams, but I know her from Big Ham. Let's raid Tipanya then. She's awesome, I bet, if she's part of Naruko. Tipanya's raid settings did not allow you to raid it this time. Why? Is it because I don't have enough people? Are we not allowed? Yeah, well, I know that you can set like a threshold for who you want to be raided to, or like who can raid you. People raid with small numbers, so I wonder if it's a settings thing. Maybe account too new? Oh, am I too new? Am I too baby? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be allowing me to rate anyone. I can look at my settings as well. Yeah, I just tried Mbinka. I just tried Reacitrix. It didn't work. So I think that it may just be a security thing for how long you think like my account. Maybe. Either way, it's okay. I'll just let you guys go then. Definitely go check out some of those people though. And give them a lot of love. I'm gonna check out Tipanya probably. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys next time then, okay? Have a good rest of your day or a good time zone, and take care of yourself. And yeah, have a good day.